Today, we're going to be talking about how to stand out in your market as a solar company. Let's get into it. All right, so we're in a crowded market. Solar companies are literally marketing everywhere. We have door knockers, flyers, ads, commercials, mailers. Solar is getting hot, right? So here, like at Prospect Bacon, we've done a few things that make us stick out like a sore thumb, but in a good way, So we were at SolarCon and everyone kept coming up and telling us like, oh, wow, Prospect Bacon, I love your ads. Dude, I love the shower cap. Dude, you guys run such a good business. We never hear bad things about you. And they kept telling us about how they struggled with other marketing companies they were working with. And it was a little frustrating, right? Because some of those marketing companies were actually there. We get to hear horror story after horror story about what bad marketing companies are doing to the solar industry. And a lot of those bad marketing companies will position themselves. Oh yeah, like Prospect Bacon, we do all those things. Oh yeah, we're compliant. We've been compliant since the start. And I know for a fact that a lot of these companies just simply have not. And so what do you do to stand out in an industry when your competitors will even lie about their product on ads? We don't really start making money on clients till month 2 or 3. And so marketing is all about retention. And so is solar sales and solar installations, right? Because it's not a satellite TV or a security sale where you can just strong arm a customer into closing. You install the system, in the next 1 or 2 days. It's too late for the customer to do anything about it, right? And solar, they have time to sit and simmer in this deal, in the stew that you've sold them into, right? They have a lot of time to back out of this project. I think there's some interesting things at play here, like why do marketing companies lie in strong arm world? The ones that do often have much lower operations costs than we do, right? Like Prospect Bacon, we're running efficiently. I'm making 20 to 30% profit margins. I know a lot of our competitors have margins that are a lot better than that because they're set up to churn and burn, right? They have to make money off of clients month 1 or their business doesn't make sense. And so they provide a worse service and people don't stay around for the worse service. But we're not talking about marketing companies today. I'm on a little bit of a tangent, but it's really important to be able to stand out, to be able to say, this is why you should go with us. This is who we are and what we do. So some things Prospect Bacon has done to stand out in the market. We have a 90-day guarantee. We've made some ads that have really made us stand out. Our name makes us stand out, right? Prospect Bacon. All of our competitors, a lot of our names sound really similar, or a lot of Prospect Bacon stands out. You remember it. We've done some crazy ads. We did the shower cap ad. We've done take these leads from me. We've done some more risque ads like our competitors haven't or aren't created enough or haven't been willing to do. And so I think as a solar company, it's really important to stand out in your markets, especially as they've gotten more crowded, right? Markets like Phoenix or San Diego, Los Angeles. You have these New Jersey, you have these really saturated older solar markets where everybody does literally the same thing. Now you might be telling me, well, Josiah, we have blah, blah, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But you do the same thing, right? We're all trying to sell homeowners solar panels to put on their roof. So how do you stand out when you and 200 other companies or 1,000 other companies are doing the exact same thing? So the first answer, and this is one of my favorite answers to this question, is just simply to do good work. People will come up to me and say, hey, Josiah, Like you guys have consistently done good work for like over 5 years now. How do you do it? And I have this dad joke I've told forever. And it's like, well, hey, the bar for solar marketers is so low. As long as I'm getting out of bed every day, like I'm doing pretty good. And it's kind of the same bar in the solar industry, like in an industry full of screwing homeowners over, screwing your reps over, screwing your business partner over, screwing your competitors over. Being able to do good work and simply doing what you said you were going to do is going to put you so far ahead of the competition, because like it pays back in like word of mouth, reviews, perception of you in your local market, in the industry. Not using deceptive solar ads, like free solar ads or deceptive door knocking pitches. That stuff gets around. You don't want to be one of those viral videos of one of your reps with his door knocking pitch, right? Going viral. Be upfront about your cost. You be quick with your installations. I was looking at the reviews of a good friend of mine in the solar industry, his business, Cody Thiel. If you look through his Google reviews at E equals, it's just review after good review on there of them being honest, helpful, quick to finish the installation process, making it look pretty. Honesty and transparency will take you a really long way in solar. I have this theory. I call it the cockroach theory, and it's not a great theory or something that will be remembered for a very long time. But, there's this idea that cockroaches will survive nuclear bombs. Like they're just that resilient of a creature. And if you played Fallout or watched the Fallout show that just came out, they turn into like those big rad roaches, right? They've definitely thrived. The cockroach method simply says, if you can exist as a good company or a good person consistently doing what you say you're doing in good work, eventually your competitors will fall, they will crash and burn to the side, that they will get caught up in their own lies and deceptions. It will take them out somehow. They may look like they are making more money for you than you now, but that it never lasts, right? And so by simply sticking it out and doing the right things day after day, eventually you will outlast your competition. And then you'll outlast the next round of competition and the next round of competition, right? And it might be tough at times. Like, I'm not saying you'll never lose deals to those companies, and you might have a rough year of profits, and it looks like that company using deceptive tactics is doing like so much better than you. But, you're like Rocky, right? Like, oh, I'm just tired, I'm out. That was the worst Rocky impersonation I ever heard. I'm not going to try it again. You're welcome to have witnessed that. But, it's this idea of just outlasting your component. And you do that with good ethics and integrity. So I think a few things solar companies could work on here. When we hire reps, I think from other businesses, I think a lot of times, you hire a rep, he's done really good performance at where he was. You didn't really ask questions about why he switched from the other place because he told you how many deals he was putting in. Maybe he even flipped a few deals to you, like, woo, like everybody's dream, right? But if he's deceptive and misleading customers and you start getting bad Google reviews, well, those are very hard to undo, right? We're not installing some product that has very low cost. It's like a lot of people can't afford to give somebody, a free system to make up for a bad experience on their solar installation job. So make sure you're vetting your reps, have a process for what your door knocking process says, figure out what your reps are saying in the home, give them training and give them consequences for misrepresenting your company, your brand, and misleading homeowners. Something else I think solar companies could do better here would just be simply asking customers for Google reviews. We run into so many companies that do such good work for their clients. They're all about honesty, transparency, and a good experience. And a lot of times, those people, they're scared to ask for the Google review. Just ask for the Google review. I think the last thing solar companies could do better at, and I'm going to insert a slight plug here, is that, marketing affects your reputation just as much at it, maybe even like probably about the same amount as like your actual fulfillment of the product. Like how you advertise yourself gets out into the community. So make sure you're working with a marketing company where you can see how they are representing you or how they're representing solar in your market and community. Because I've seen a lot of people that complain about the free solar ads and how the industry is so terrible. And those same people are giving ad budget to marketing companies I know that definitely run those sorts of ads. And like the solar industry would honestly be better off if those marketing companies, weren't operating in solar. So make sure you work with a company where you can see what kind of marketing is actually running. So we're going to be talking about standing out in your market. Second thing I talk about is having engaging ads. So it might sound redundant, but advertising is very helpful when it comes to sticking out in your market. We did a shower ad that caused us to stand out. So fun fact about the shower ad, it was one of our least performing ads we ran in 2023. We ran that ad for less than a month. So for a full month, we ran a full branded shower campaign, pictures, stills, images, short videos, everything. And in April, 6 months later, that was the only thing people were talking about. And so that ad caused us to stand out. It didn't convert, but people are still talking about it. And so, the shower ad, we didn't think anything of it. I don't have a shirt on for about 8.5 seconds in the beginning of the ad, but it was engaging. It captured attention. It explained what Prospect Bacon does in short, concise sentences. The screens were moving. It wasn't about converting, getting leads. It was getting attention and letting people know that we are here. So no, I'm not telling you to put on a pink shower cap and shoot a solar ad without your shirt on, though. I would really be truly honored to be the founding father of that trend in the solar industry. But, you think of the things that stop and get homeowners' attention. What is the thing that your company do that will get everyone talking about what you're doing? When I moved to Missouri, I started seeing these billboards. Hit a deer, get a turkey. And it was for a auto collision repair shop, right? And so they have these billboards everywhere. And that Christmas, my brother-in-law hit a deer driving his truck. And my first question to him when I saw him was like, "Hey, you okay, man? What happened?" And he told me he hit a deer. And I was like, "Oh, did you get a turkey?" Everybody knows that if you hit a deer around Thanksgiving time, this auto collision repair shop is going to give you a turkey. That makes them stand out. That's the only auto collision repair shop I even know of in this area. If I hit a deer or something, got in a car accident in any of my cars, that is the only person who I would know to call from the top of my head from that billboard. And so when you're thinking of marketing for solar, what can you do that makes you stand out? Third and final thing I would say would just be education. We can stand out in solar by being the leaders in education. So countless people still don't know about solar energy, right? I remember when I was selling it in North Carolina back in 2019. Wow, solar is still available. It's still here. Market penetration is still so low. You have people that are not aware it's an option. They don't have direct friends and family that have the option. It's different in some markets, but there's still a huge opportunity. So you can stand out by being the leader in solar education in your area. I know when I buy a product or service for someone, I want to buy from the guy or girl that knows their stuff. My favorite thing when I go to a restaurant is I love the waiters or waitresses who sell me on the food, who sell me on the drink, the coffee, the dessert. the meal. Oh, the chef, he made this and this and this and this and this. I will buy that every time. Like I'm a sucker for specials if they fall in my like mostly North Carolinian Southern American palate, right? And so be the educator, educate the public about how solar works, why it impacts their finances positively. Here's the local incentives. Here's how easy it is. Here's how our equipment works. Here's this new battery. And if you can get and become your local industry expert in solar, you'll be streets ahead of all of the competition. Recapping how to stand out in your market, do good work, do engaging marketing, and be a leader in education in your marketing. As always, comment info below in the comments or in the Facebook group, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, there'll be a link to a PDF of all the notes of the show in the description. If you have any further questions, drop them in comments below. I'll make sure to answer that, like reply to each of the comments. It's been so fun hanging out. If you're listening or watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon.